1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Howdy folks, thanks for checking out the lesson here for Been All Around This World in the key of C. As you saw and heard there, I played through the tune 2 times, so thus I have 2 arrangements. And the first time was a very straight ahead beginner Carter style arrangement, playing that melody right within the chords. And then the second time, we are going to get more expressive, more creative with that melody. We're going to move in and out of a few positions on the fretboard and just add more 8th note runs and syncopated lines along with some cross picking as well. If you want to access the full length lesson, download the tabs, the multi-speed backing tracks, and the slow downer and looper so you can slow down and loop any section of this piece to master it. Click the link in the description below. Let's dive in. Alright, so let's put those first few measures up on the screen here. And for the first arrangement, Been All Around This World, gonna play very straight ahead Carter style version up here. And here's what they sound like. You got to pick up on beat 4. So 1, 2, 3. So pick up there 2 8th notes on the D string, 2nd fret to 3rd fret. Then we're going to do an open G on the next measure, and then strum the C chord. Open G, 0-2 hammer on the G. Okay, so on, open G, and then 2-0 pull on the D string there, and then landing on the 3rd fret A, which is the C note, and then I strum, 0-2 hammer on the open D, strum, open D, back to 3rd fret A. Okay, so everything's happening right within the chord, of course, so make sure it's all nice and connected, and really watch your hammer-ons. Make sure you're not doing those hammer-ons too quick. We don't want that. We want okay, they're 8th notes, 2 8th notes, equal in duration. Moving on there. So measure 5, we're going to do 0-2 hammer on the D. And then we're going to fill in the rest of this measure with, a different strum pattern than we've done so far. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And 4. Down, up, down, up. So there's a little tie in there. So watch your timing. Next measure, I'm going to go to the 3rd fret on the B. And get there with my 3rd finger. So a little bit of leap there from the A string to the B string with the 3rd finger. Going to fill it in a little bit. So 1, 2. I'm just kind of strumming that bottom half or the highest sounding 3 strings of the G chord there. Play the 3rd fret B again. Then 2 8th notes here. I'm going to do 3-1 on the B. Next measure, open E, 3 on the B, 1 on the B, strum, again the kind of the bottom half of the chord. And then the next measure, I'm going to still play that melody note on the C, right there, 1st fret B, but now I'm going to fill it in with the F chord. So the melody note stays the same, stays a C note, but we go to the F chord, and I'm going to strum, fill it in with the F. So, and 1st fret B again, and 0-2 hammer on the G. And then we'll end that phrase on an open G, going back to the C chord. All 4 of those. 2, ready, go. All right, moving on. Measures 9 through 12. Just a bit there, but measure 9, we kind of end that little phrase on an open G note, going back to the C chord, right? So, and then I'm gonna fill it in with that strum pattern that we did in measure 5. It's exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So get that under your fingers if you don't already know it. It's a very common pattern anyway. Then 0-2 hammer on the A. I'm sorry. I'm going to an A note, but 0-2 hammer on the G string. Gonna play that F chord there, kind of the shortened little F. Then second on the G again. Then open G. Then 0-2 hammer on the G. 1 on the B. Strum the F chord. 2 on the G. Measure 12, open G, strum, 0-2 hammer on the G, and then an open G note. So those 4, one more time, ready, go. Then moving on. So we kind of end the first arrangement there in measure 16, and then we pick right back up into the second arrangement. So we're going to have 2 variations or arrangements for this tune. Obviously this is the beginner straight ahead, and then we take that in the second time, we take the kind of this similar approach, but then we get much more expressive when we add lots of 8th note runs and cross picking. But here in measure 13, we land on the 2nd fret of the D, and we finger the A minor chord. We fill it in with the same strumming pattern that we've been doing. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you listen to some recordings, they go to the A minor or the 6th chord in this measure. And in some recordings, they just stay on the 1 because they can be interchanged for each other, the 1 and the 6. Yeah, and just depends on who's playing it, how they chose to arrange it. But some people go to the 6 minor, and some people just stay on the 1 chord. So you want to watch that. Yeah, measure 13, 2nd fret D, strum. Measure 14, we're going to do 2 8th notes on the open D string, but I'm going to go to the G chord. So, and then strum it. So 1 and 2, and 0-2 hammer on the D. Open D, then 15, I go back to the C chord. I'm going to land on that bass note, 3rd fret A, and strum, 0-2 hammer on the D, open G there, quarter note, and then 1st fret B, little mini C run, if you will, strum, then 8th note pick up into the 2nd arrangement, little 8th note run there, 3 on the A, open D, 2, 3. So those 4 measures. 2, ready, go. Cool. So there's the first arrangement for this tune. And if you want to download the tabs or everything, access the second lesson, access the multi-speed backing tracks and sound slice, full-length videos, click a link in the description, and we'll move on to the next arrangement when you're ready.